You ever drive by a place you've been to 100 times and suddenly notice something different? That's exactly what happened to me at the Brae Loch golf course in Grays Lake, Illinois. I'm pulling into the parking lot, ready to hit a few rounds on this classic Lake County Forest Preserve course, and boom, there's a College of Lake County sign on the awning of the clubhouse. I literally stopped in my tracks. Did CLC just buy a golf course? Are they teaching golf management now? Is this some kind of weird land grab? I mean, what's next? Starbucks logos on the water hazards? So naturally, I did what any curious person would do. I went down the rabbit hole to find out what the heck is going on here. And let me tell you, the story behind that sign is actually pretty brilliant. And it's not what you'd expect at all. Here's the deal. The College of Lake County didn't take over the golf course. They took over something way more practical. The kitchen and dining facilities in the clubhouse. And there's a really smart reason why. The Brae Loch Golf Club has been around since 1928, nearly a century of golf history right there on Route 45. The Lake County Forest Preserves took over managing the course back in 1985, and it's been a solid, affordable public course ever since. But here's the thing. The restaurant and banquet facilities in that clubhouse, they've been sitting mostly vacant for about 10 years, not fully utilized, just kind of there. Meanwhile, over at CLC's main campus, which by the way is literally right across the street, the hospitality and culinary management program was bursting at the seams. They had this student-run restaurant called Brae Restaurant tucked away in a basement. A basement! These culinary students were learning to create amazing dishes in a space that, let's be honest, probably wasn't inspiring anyone to pursue a career in fine dining. So somebody had a light bulb moment. Actually, it was the CLC president, Lori Sudik, who approached the Forest Preserves about 2 years ago before the deal went through. She basically said, hey, you've got this underutilized clubhouse. We've got a culinary program that needs real-world space. What if we work together? And that's exactly what happened. In November 2020, both boards approved a 20-year licensing agreement. And get this, the cost to CLC, $1 per month, $12 a year. I paid more for a really bad sandwich. But wait, it gets better. This isn't just a sweet deal for the college. It's actually a genius move for everyone involved. CLC invested about $1.5 million to completely renovate and modernize the space. We're talking state-of-the-art commercial kitchens, updated dining areas, all the equipment that professional chefs actually use in the real world. The kind of stuff that would cost a fortune to install from scratch in a new building. The agreement includes 3 10-year renewable options, so we're potentially looking at a 50-year partnership here. And CLC is responsible for all the improvements, the maintenance, the repairs, basically everything related to the building envelope. The Forest Preserves still manage the golf course, but now they've got this revitalized clubhouse that actually serves the community again. The remodeled facility reopened as Brae at Brae Loch and held its grand opening in April 2024. And here's where it gets really cool. This is now a fully operational, student-managed restaurant that's open to the public. During the academic year, it's open for lunch service, typically Monday through Thursday from 11 a.m. to 1:30 p.m., though hours vary by semester. And everything, and I mean everything, is run by the students. The cooking, the serving, the table management, even the dishwashing. All supervised by experienced chef instructors, of course, but this is genuine hands-on real-world experience. These aren't just any students either. This is the capstone experience for advanced students in CLC's hospitality and culinary management program. They're learning how a restaurant actually operates from front of the house to back of the house. They're collaborating on seasonal menus, sourcing from local farms when possible, serving actual paying customers who are expecting actual good food. And according to the reviews, they're delivering. People are showing up for herb chicken, clam chowder, creative wraps, farm-to-table options, and desserts made with locally picked fruit. One diner said the chicken wrap was great and that it was fun to watch golfers on the putting green while eating. Another person had no idea the staff were students until someone told them. That's the highest compliment you can give a teaching restaurant, when customers can't tell the difference between students and professionals. Now here's why this partnership is so smart from an educational standpoint. Traditional culinary programs can teach you technique, theories, and recipes, all the fundamentals. But there's a massive gap between practicing in a classroom kitchen and running an actual restaurant with real customers, and the real-time pressure and the real consequences that come with it if you screw up an order. Brae at Brae Loch fills that gap. Students learn what it's really like when lunch rush hits, when a customer has dietary restrictions, when equipment breaks down mid-service, when you have to pivot because an ingredient delivery is late. All those messy, unpredictable character-building moments that make or break someone in the hospitality industry are experienced at the Prairie. Plus, the location is perfect. It's right there on Route 45, visible from a major road, adjacent to the main CLC campus, next to a popular golf course that already draws local traffic. There's a built-in customer base, easy access for students, no need to build a new facility or find real estate. They're leveraging an existing community asset that was already there. The forest preserve benefits too. Brae Loch has always been, in their words, fiscally challenged. Running a restaurant is expensive and complicated, and it wasn't their core mission anyway. They're in the business of conservation and managing natural lands, not flipping burgers and managing dining staff. By partnering with CLC, they get a revitalized clubhouse, community programming, and a restaurant that serves golfers and locals without the financial and operational headache of running it themselves. The community benefits because they now have a quality, affordable dining option that wasn't really available before. And let's be real, Lake County can always use more good local restaurants, especially ones with a unique story behind them. As for CLC, they've accomplished something that colleges everywhere struggle with: expanding their programs without the massive cost of new construction. President Sudik called it speed to launch capability, using existing community resources instead of spending years and millions of dollars building from scratch. Since the restaurant reopened, they've served over 2,500 diners. Students are getting real credentials, real experience, and real confidence in their skills. The program can now offer associate degrees in both hospitality and culinary management and baking and pastry arts, with plans to expand even further into catering and event management. So that College of Lake County sign on the Brae Loch Clubhouse, it's not random, it's not a takeover, it's a symbol of what can happen when public institutions actually talk to each other and find creative solutions instead of operating in silos. It's a reminder that the best partnerships aren't about one side winning and the other side losing. They're about finding synergies, places where one organization's unused asset becomes another organization's opportunity, where a golf course gets a new lease on life, where students get real-world training, and where a community gets something valuable that didn't exist before. And honestly, I think we need more of this kind of thinking. Too often, we default to building new, spending more, duplicating resources that already exist somewhere else. But what if we looked around at what's already in our communities? The underutilized buildings, the partnerships waiting to happen, the creative solutions hiding in plain sight. That's why I started this podcast anyway, to connect more resources and people right here in Lake County. And that's what I love about this story. It started with someone noticing an opportunity and having the guts to pick up the phone and ask, what if we worked together? The one conversation that turned into a 20-year partnership that's training the next generation of chefs and hospitality professionals right here in Lake County, Illinois. So the next time you're driving down Route 45 in Grays Lake, or if you're looking for a solid lunch spot with a unique vibe, stop by Prairie at Brae Loch. Support the students, try the food, and maybe, just maybe, think about what other creative partnerships are hiding in plain sight in your own community. Because sometimes the best solutions aren't about building something new. They're about seeing what's already there and having the vision to imagine what it could become. Who says luxury travel has to cost a fortune? Discovering Travel Bliss reveals the secrets to experiencing 5-star treatment without the 5-star price tag. Learn how to score upgrades, access exclusive experiences, and indulge in luxury for less. From hidden gem boutique hotels to insider tips for first-class flights, this book is your key to unlocking a world of affordable luxury. Elevate your travel experience without emptying your bank account. Get your copy today.